Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird and wonderful world. And today I'm going to go through what I need the iconic albums from the 70s that I need to own, that I need to get into my collection. Now, mind you, that it could take me 5, 6, 7 more years before I end up getting all of these. But these are always been kind of on my list. Well, some of these are just new additions based on the recommendations and that, but like 90% of the in my list, and I have it written here, of course, also, so I get the dates down. But yeah, it could take me a long while to get them, but that doesn't mean, if I ever see them, any of these in the store, like in the secondhand stores or whatever, I'm grabbing like 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 this, for example, the Simon and Garfunkel over Bridge Over Troubled Water. That's one of them for sure. And so yeah, it doesn't matter how long it takes. I will eventually get them all, okay, when I see them. And there's all in all there's 44 here to show you. Oh, so let's get to it, okay? So of course, this was January, the Simon and Garfunkel here, January of 1970. So we're starting with that. So now we got Deep Purple in Rock. This is June of 70. Absolutely need to get this in my collection, for sure. I know it's good. I want pretty much, well, I pretty much want all the Deep Purples, but of course I'm displaying the most iconic albums of the 70s, okay? So of course there's probably a lot I'm missing out on, and just go look at my video I did yesterday, and you'll see the ones that I own, the ones that I do own from the 70s. All right, let's keep this going. So I need this one too. Cosmos Factory. Absolutely 100%. Yep, it's a good one. And this was July of 1970. So again, I wasn't even born yet when these came out. So these would have never have been on my radar as a young person because I wasn't even here yet. So, but they definitely, they definitely count as ones I need to get. And absolutely, this next one here, Black Sabbath, Paranoid. Yeah, that's one of the few I'm still missing because I haven't seen it anywhere. Like well, I see it, but it's like $36 for a special, like a special edition. I should get it. I should get it. I mean, if I'm paying $36 for it, and it's just the music, but it's just kind of a high. I think it's a high bit rate. It sounds better and everything. So it's like I still might get it. So who knows? We'll see when the time comes. But I'm still holding out just to get a regular version of that if I can see it. Hopefully in the same in the same format as these digipacks I've been getting. These are brilliant and beautiful. I love them. They look great. All right, let's continue. Let's go on to the next one here. And so, okay, the next one I'm about to show, I'm not necessarily a fan. This I put a kind of an asterisk next to it because I'm not necessarily a fan, but I know it's a good album and I should get it, okay? And I haven't even really listened to it yet, but I know I like the title track of it. So I'm talking about Jethro Tull Aqualung. Yeah, I know. I think I'm missing out. I think I need to get this, and I know that the more I play it, the more because I there's a few songs from Jethro Tull I actually do enjoy and I like, but there's a few other ones that I had heard that I'm like, it's awful. I can't tell you what they are at the moment because I don't really know the names of the songs, but I do know I do like Aqualung. I do like that song, so I would give this a chance. I know I should have it in my collection. It's iconic, you know. So yeah, that should be in there. So what's next? Yes, I should be getting more Rolling Stones. and Sticky Fingers is one that people keep talking about and everything. So I might as well. And again, I've never owned it, never, really was aware of it. But again, from watching channels again, like Harry Graves or Glenn Calloway from the basement and such, like video, like, yeah, yeah, people like them, they yeah, they make me interested. And I know I like the Rolling Stones. There's not really a bad Rolling Stones songs that I've heard so far, so might as well get that. I know I want this for sure. I love John Lennon, and I'm going to be getting more John Lennon. I always liked his music growing up, and again, being more influenced now by Larry Graves and others who talk about the Beatles and John Lennon, and I love his music. So it'd be something I want to get for sure, especially that album there, of course, because it is iconic. And then it was suggested to me that this next one I'm going to show, it would be right up my alley. If I like their debut album, then I'll definitely like this also because it's one of the more psychedelics or experimental or whatever. But we're talking about metal, Pink Floyd. So it was like my friend Robert Cormier told me that, yeah, this one here would be one that I would like. And Umagama, yeah, Umagama 2 would be another one that I would want to get. It's not on this list, but this one is for sure. It's one that I need to get because I do have the wall, and this would have been on the list, but I already have it, and I showed that yesterday. So let's continue. And the next one I need to get, because I do now, I have one album of his so far. I recently got it and I need to get more. So, yep, David Bowie, I do need to get some Hunky Dory. It's an iconic album. It was a good seller and everything for the 70s. So, that's one I definitely would love to get. Absolutely. And now this band, I have a couple of greatest hits, okay, but I do need to start getting some actual albums. I mean, I already showed one of the albums already. Uh, so this is another album from Deep Purple. I already showed In Rock there. So yeah, yeah, all good stuff. So I'm just going to keep it going. I don't want to drag this out too long. I don't want to make these super long videos. So I got to scroll down here and then. So since I already mentioned Sticky Fingers, I might as well mention In Exile, Exile on Main Street. Yep, I think that would be another good one to get. I'm not going to name any of the songs on it because I'm not rightfully, I don't really know the names of the songs. I haven't, really looked into these albums, but these are all albums that I know are good and that I will like and I will want to get. These are not albums that I grew up on or are too well known for me, but just mostly the radio hits. But I know that I do like the Rolling Stones, and I know that I want to get at least some of them. So yeah, this one is one of them that I will probably end up getting for sure. Again, it could take forever. It could take me like 5-6 years to get all these albums, but it doesn't matter. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. So, so speaking also another Deep Purple. Okay, how about this one here? And it's in what is it called? Made in Japan. Yeah, I don't know why the bottom shouldn't have been cut off there. But yeah, it's made in Japan. This time here, because the last time I did this for the '80s one, the bottoms were cut off, and yeah, this one I want to make sure that they weren't cut off. But yeah, it's a live one, so I would love to get some Deep Purple live, and this next and it's also an iconic album of the '70s. It was on the list that I'm basing this off of, and of course I know there's albums I'm leaving out. There's a couple of Elvis Costello albums, okay, those are honorable mentions, but they're not on this list because they're not I'd rather get all of these first before I get in like anything like Elvis Costello or like Elton John's Yellow Brick Road for another example, and stuff like that. So that's not on my list, but a lot you'll see a lot of these ones that are on my list. Yeah, they're pretty good. And I know this next one is super iconic, and it's one I really need to get because I have a little flag on my right side over here of it. So yeah, Dark Side of the Moon. It's some more Pink Floyd because I don't have enough Pink Floyd. It is a band that I really like and appreciate, and I want to get more Pink Floyd, and I will absolutely. I want a lot. I want a lot of CDs. I mean, that one there for sure is one I'm going to get way sooner rather than later for sure. Some of these, again, I don't know when I'm ever going to come around to it. Like this one here, if I ever really see it again, I'll get it. Like a lot, yeah. Aladdin Sane. Yeah, it's kind of a play on words if you get the drift. Like, is it Alad insane or is it Aladdin sane? It's tricky. It's clever. I like that. But it's an album again. I'm going to get more Bowie, and it's iconic. So it must get in my collection at one point for sure. So where am I at? Right here. Oh, so I started like the ZZ Top that I started getting was from the was like from Eliminator and Afterburner, which I really do like those. But Tres Hombre, ZZ Top, and again, why is the bottom getting cut off on some of these? It shouldn't be. I don't understand. It's fine. At least you know what it is. But yeah, I want to start getting some older ZZ Top, and Tres Hombres is one of the more iconic albums of the 70s. I mean, some could argue that some of the other ones are just as equally as iconic as this, but this is the one that came up on the list, and this is the one that I said, yeah, I need that one. So yeah, it's there on my list. And now we're getting into yeah. Because I only have the McCartney that I got from Larry Graves in that package a while back, but I definitely would love to get Band on the Run. Again, you should be able to see the Paul McCartney on the bottom. I don't know why it's cut off. I tried to get the whole cover, and it's kind of upsetting me. I thought I almost had it, so because I wanna show you a nice presentation, show you the full cover, if I can. And I think is this the first one of this band that I'm showing? Let me see. I want to make sure. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I think this is the first one that I am showing of this particular band. So yeah, I do want to get this one here of Queen. Queen 2. Yeah, yeah. So Queen is a band I like. I get a couple. I get the greatest hits, and I have I have the Icon greatest hits, and I have the movie soundtrack for the last biopic with what's his name as yeah, I can't think of it right at the moment, but I'm gonna just continue with this. But yeah, I want to get more Queen. I mean, that's all I have so far of Queen, but I definitely would like to get the albums. I think they're all good, and this one was an iconic one. So trucking right along, just a couple more, and then we're gonna stop part one here, and then I'm gonna be filming part two, like directly after this one, and I'm gonna be posting them back to back. So you don't need to watch them like you watch part one, and then later on, if you want to watch part two later on, I'll understand. I'm not gonna sit on the numbers and like why aren't people viewing? No, I understand. You don't need to watch it right away, but just watch it, when you get a chance. So, talked about Bowie already. I need to get more Bowie, and Diamond Dogs is again on the list. definitely have to get that one for sure. Now, this next one, and there's one of these, okay, that the the CD Cave, Jack, was talking about his pitting two albums against each other and seeing which one's better. And so he put this one here from Supertramp, Crime of the Century, against Breakfast in America, which may be coming up in part two. Probably will be coming up in part two. Just to let you know. So yeah. So of course I need some Supertramp. I do need Crime of the Century for sure. That has to be in my collection. I don't have any Supertramp, but if I do, that's one of them for sure. Absolutely 100%. I am also trying to collect more of this band, King Crimson, and I definitely need to get Red because, and I see it and it's available, and I know I can get it, so I should probably get it sooner rather than later because I do want get more King Crimson, absolutely. And the last one here for part one before I go into part two is another Queen album. Fear Heart Attack. Yeah, I do need to get more Queen, and so this was on the list of the iconic albums. So that's another one that I chose. That yeah, I want that in my. I need to own that. So that's it for part one. Join me for part two. Like I said, I'm posting it right after. I'm not going to give you all the spiel. All I'm going to say is just join me to my next episode in part two, and I will see you there. And peace, everybody. Later.